What's good, YouTube? Neon V2 back in the video, and today we got another special video for you guys, man. On today's video, as you can tell by the title, after SparkingZero's release and everything, it got me thinking for a bit, being in the community, Twitter, YouTube, all that, watching YouTuber videos and all that stuff, playing the game and all that, and I just came to the conclusion of basically the game in general. And again, you're probably wondering by the title why I'm about to say this, but was SparkingZero a scam? That's literally the big question in the video today. Was SparkingZero a scam? Did they scam our money? Did they scam our breach? You feel me? We're just gonna be basically talking about SparkingZero being a scam. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, let me know your thoughts and feelings down below on the game and the state it's in right now and all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. So I was playing the game for a good bit now. Obviously, I make constant content on the game and videos, shorts, whatnot. And after a while, it was fun for a while, but over time the game just, as gets boring after a while. There's not much to really do in the game. Same maps, same characters, rinse and repeat, all that stuff. It just got boring. And again, what led to me making this video was mostly seeing people complaining about these things because they brought the ultimate edition of SparkingZero. So if you guys don't know, the ultimate edition of SparkingZero was $100 and something, depending on where you are. I'm in the East, so it was $100. And the original, the base game was $70, $60, I think. And, obviously with people buying the Ultimate Edition because, they got baited into the hype, the trailers, gameplay, all that good stuff, the teasers and everything, all the cool stuff they showed you can do in the game, obviously it got people being all right, say less, I'm gonna buy the Ultimate Edition regardless of the price. And now I'm seeing people, I even put up a poll the other day and I asked them, I was how do you guys feel about the game? Was it a scam and whatnot? And a lot of people voted that yes, it was a scam because they had to pay, $100 for a half-ass game. I don't know, like I said in my last video that I made on this game, I literally said that, it's it feels unfinished. And, even right now, we're in, April, about to be in May, and I'm still feeling this way. I feel like the game just still feels unfinished. There's still a lot more missing things they could have done, more maps, more characters. There's still things that are missing from this game. Again, the game can be fun if you probably have a couple of friends over and whatever, but once you're not doing online ranked PvP or PvP in general, or just doing the content offline, which there isn't much any at all, there's really nothing else to do or no reasons to play this game. And again, if you're not making content too, that's another thing. There is really nothing to play on this game. I've seen people on my friends list, or people I talk to, Discord, Twitter, whatever, they just say that they hop on the game, play maybe 2-3 fights for the most, and then they just get off the game because it's so boring. And I can't blame them because I do the same thing too. If I'm not making a video, a short video, or doing whatever, talking about the game and all that stuff, or just playing in general, I'm not on this game. And I know, like I said, and why I made this video, people are regretting spending $100 for the Ultimate Edition of this game. Now, I don't want to be a dickhead, but I got my game for $50 because I actually waited 1 month, to see how good the game would be and all that good stuff before I brought my copy. So I got my game with, off the physical version, $50, no tax and free shipping. So, just a flat $50 and I was chilling. But some people, they had to pay $70 plus tax and shipping for the game if they're not buying it digital. Or, for the Ultimate Edition, they had to pay over $100 for, again, a half-ass game. So it is tough. I do see why people would want their money back because there's barely anything to do in this game right now. Again, if you're not playing the ranked, playing PvP or doing content or, whatever, there is really nothing much to do in this game. And I'm really hoping they do add a lot more, mostly offline content in the game, like new character story modes or, something new in general. Like the custom battle thing was a good start. I used it a couple of times. It's pretty decent. But like, give us more offline modes besides that. Like, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record on, the Tenkaichi games, but 2 and 3, they gave us a pretty good story mode, and there were still more things to do in those games on top of the story mode. So, again, just give us more content and things to actually do besides like just the regular story mode and PvP, and people will probably be like, all right, maybe I made a good choice buying the Ultimate Edition and all that good stuff. And then another thing why I say that this game is a real big scam is because the DLCs. Like right now we only have 2 out so far. Now the Beast Gohan DLC was pretty decent. Like we got Beast Gohan, we got Piccolo, we got the Gammas, Cell Max, and all that stuff. Like that was okay. Like I fucks with that DLC. But the new DLC is just ass. Now I'm not gonna lie, the price isn't too high, bro. It's not that high, but like $10 for these characters, and no one cares about them. I just still feels like it's a scam in my opinion. Like $10 is simple, but the character choices was pretty dumb. Now Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Daima and the Goku from Daima was pretty cool. I watched a couple of scenes and clips from them, and it was dope. But the other characters, no one gives 2 shits about them, bro. Like, who's gonna hop in sparkingzero ranked or just play the game and use Majin Ku or Pansy? Like, no one's using these characters, you feel me? So, yeah, the DLCs, they definitely need a touch-up for sure. And more things to do. Like, again, the first DLC was pretty good. You got Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, the Gammas, and Cell Max. That was a pretty dope DLC. It was fun. But this DLC, I've seen a lot of people just like saying they're gonna, wait for the next DLC that adds more characters, like maybe Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, whether it's the kid form or adult form, and more characters from Daima instead of just like buying this DLC separate, or they're just gonna like buy the season pass, which is what I honestly plan to do, because I am not spending, separate money just for these characters when you just get the season pass and you get them all. So overall, I just feel like this game just needs to, to get away from that being in that scam spotlight. I just feel like the game needs to just give us more things to do, online or offline, mostly offline, but give us more modes, more things to do, and just like touch upon the DLCs and give us characters we're missing, more maps and things to do. And I feel like people won't regret buying this game, buying the standard or ultimate edition, and it would actually be fun because, with the flaws that this game has, bad as the flaws in this game is right now, it's literally the best anime game we have right now to play. Like that Bleach game, for example, I seen people talk about that shit for like a few days, and I'm not seeing anything on that game right now. So yeah, it's like really the only good anime game we have right now, aside from games like, Dragon Ball Legends and, Xenoverse 2, although that game is dead, Fighters, etc, etc. But like, sparkingzero is like the only good option we have right now. So again, just make those changes, and I feel like people will definitely lean towards playing the game again. Like that for example, that patch they made in like the gameplay and like for PvP and stuff, like, again, that's a pretty good start for people to play the game again. I've actually seen people like picking up the game and being like, you know what, I'm gonna actually play this again with the new changes and all that they made. So that's a start. So again, just give us more things to do offline, fix up the PvP, add characters, and make the DLCs better. And I'm sure, 100% sure that this game, sparkingzero, will make a comeback and get away from being called a scam and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna end it off here. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, again, let me know what you guys think and how they can improve this game. What can they add? What can they take out? You know, all that good stuff down below. Leave your thoughts and feelings. You know, I'm always watching the comments, reading, liking, etc., etc. So, you know, just drop something down below. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm NeonV2. I'll see you guys next one. Take it easy and peace out. I'm out of here.